What's up everybody, it's Kyle Claus, and in this video, I'm gonna cover something that I originally put out as my first video, but I think is very apparent that I should talk about it again because it's what this channel is really all about, and I'm talking about being able to become a millionaire while doing exactly what you want. Now, what I mean by this is, it's not becoming a millionaire by doing what you want. I'm not saying you can sip on a Corona, which is a bad choice of beer to say right now, and sit on a beach somewhere and be drinking, cocktails and be able to sit on a beach and be able to, make $1 million that way. I'm not talking about that. Although it is possible to be able to build an online business and make you money like that and be able to sit on a beach that has Wi-Fi and be able to work that way, but that's another story. Anyway, it's all about being able to become a millionaire while doing what you want. And I'll tell you why I came up with this idea, but first, before I do that, you gotta do something for me and hit the like button below because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate it. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell because you will get notifications every time I post a new video, which is very frequently these days. Also follow me on Instagram, please. Go to Instagram, the link is below. It's right at Kyle Claus, and I post there pretty much daily, so you will find other aspects of my life as well. So that being said, the way I came into this was because upon graduating college and deciding what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, it was such a daunting thing to ask my 20-year-old self. And I was asked this question, and I was forced to really dig deep on this because I was like, wow, what do you mean? What do I want to do? Like, a lot of my other friends are just saying, well, I want to go into business and make some money and do this and that. And, I just knew that it didn't fire me up inside. And what I decided, what I knew was really what I wanted to do. If you could ask me anything what I wanted to do, I wanted to, if you wanted to, when you're a little kid, some people want to be an astronaut and want to be a doctors and, sports players and stuff like that. Well, I originally wanted to be a sports player, but obviously I'm only about 5'10" and, white, and, even though I had an awesome jump shot and could jump pretty high, pretty much thought NBA was out the door. So I decided since I wasn't going to be in the NBA, I really needed to figure out what else I wanted to do. And what I came to the conclusion about was that I really wanted to become an actor. And I thought that I could be really good at it. It wasn't just, it was something I thought I could be really good at. I wasn't sure, but I just, I didn't grow up doing it. I didn't go to theater, high school, didn't do any theater in high school, didn't do any theater in college really even. But getting to college and being out of my small town mentality and realizing that, I was interested in this and I dabbled in it and really caught the bug. But now, I was forced with getting out of college and graduating and getting a real job and, just realizing that, no, I wanted to do the acting thing. However, there was one part of me and my other, part of my brain was like, Kyle, that's not logical. I was already turning into my dad and I was like, well, we got to make money and that's not a way to make money and blah, 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 blah. And that's not consistent. And, I was having those kind of thoughts. Nobody was telling me that. I was telling it. I wouldn't even tell anybody that I wanted to do acting. I was just telling my own self that. My logical self was telling me that. So when I decided this, I was like, well, you know what? That's not cool. I mean, maybe I'm split personality, but that's not cool that I'm telling myself that. I'm talking myself out of my dream. So what I decided from that time on was that I am going to, what could I do while I pursued this dream? So, I thought, well, what do actors do? Oh, if they're just actors, they could be a stage actor, but you don't make that much money. And I'm not even that interested in that. I really specifically wanted to do film and TV. So doing theater wasn't the best, even though that was more consistent work. But, waitering, okay, waitering and bartending. Well, I did learn how to bartend and, but still thinking, man, this might take 10 years to become a professional actor and get somewhere substantially with it. I didn't want to just be a bartender when I'm, or a waiter when I'm 40, even though there's nothing wrong with being a bartender. I know people making good money in 6 figures a year being a bartender, and I still miss it to these days, but, waiter, I didn't want to do that when I was, and be on my feet all the time, and, you miss a shift and then you don't get money, and it's just not a good long-term play. So my uncle was the one who gave me the idea of it, because my uncle said one time I was talking to him and he was in real estate, and he was like, well, Kyle, I had an open house this weekend and somebody walked in and they wanted to buy it, and I made a $5,000 check. And I was like, wow, I know real estate agents and they're pretty, I know adults and they're pretty respectable in the community, so maybe I'll look into this. And boom, went to get my real estate license, never looked back. It's the most flexible thing I could do, and there's so much in real estate. There's so much, not only just real estate sales and having your real estate license, but investments and money. There's so much money in it. So, looking at this and seeing that these people in the community were, parents and adults and had a lot of money and were able to do this, but being able to, I even thought about becoming a teacher just because I had those 3 months off in the summer, but teachers don't make that much money. God bless them. My sister's a teacher, and I don't, the kind of person that can be a teacher is so selfless, it's amazing. They're special people, but I did not want to do it. And, and it was only getting 3 months off, and you can get a substitute teacher. I thought about that, but no, you wouldn't be able to do it and sustain yourself. So I went into real estate. I was able to, now looking back and to know that acting was the cause of everything else. That made me get up and do great and excel in real estate. So what I've come to realize is this: you need a why. You need a big why. And you need to develop this why, and it needs to be selfish, and it needs to be to you, specific to you. And you need to be able to figure out what your why is and hold on to that dream, whatever kind of dream it is, and be able to build everything else around it so that you can be able to become a millionaire while doing exactly what you want, and be able to build everything else around it, whether it's, I know I could have done, build an online company that's making money as you go along, but it's flexible and being able to open you up and allow you the flexibility of being, I know I was gonna have to go to auditions all the time and, be able to have a flexible schedule. And then if I was getting hired for something and had to travel to go somewhere to work on it, I was gonna have to do that. So it was all about finding your why and then being able to build everything else around this why. And that is where I have built everything in my life, which is becoming a real estate agent, then becoming a real estate broker, owner, and having other people being able to go out and sell, and me being able to oversee them and teach them the ropes. And then to be able to build an online Amazon company and be able to, essentially build a couple things and build that up so that it's making money as I'm sleeping. And be able to make real estate investments and have people pay rent and be able to have the cash flow properties coming in, so that I knew that doing all of this and keeping my overhead really low was going to make me, if it came to the point where I was gonna have to take a low-paying acting gig that I really wanted to do, I could go do it and have that flexibility. So it's all about keeping the overhead low, being able to build everything else around this dream, and be able to become financially independent and build this up so that you can create this life for yourself. I'm a true believer in this, and that's why I wanted to make this video again, to be able to go over this again. And I want to know what your thing is. I want to know, and I'll be able to help in this. So I do private coaching, and you can find that below and how to get in contact with me. Also leave a comment below, because I want to know what your thing is, what your why is, what you want to do, what's your big dream. Because here's the thing, is that I realized that I can thank acting for everything else, the success I've had in real estate, in sales, in investments, in building up stocks and wanting to make money other ways, because of this dream I had, and I'm still going after it. And I've luckily been able to build up the career in acting. Now, it's all relying on, doing an audition, and obviously you can make your own projects, which is great, and I'm doing that as well, developing screenplays and developing projects. But, if I get an audition, there's 20 people, it's 1 in 20. If we all can do the same thing, it's kind of based on look and, that kind of thing. So you can't really, bank on it, it's kind of like hitting the lottery. So the more I can just be able to be flexible to that and be able to live my life and be able to live a happy and sustaining life and a full life, being able to be financially independent, being a millionaire, being, you know, having a family and support and all that stuff, it's going to just enrich myself and be able to grow. So I'm able to grow as a person and not just be an actor, but be able to grow as well. So, and it'll help me in acting as well. So just realizing that I had to excel at everything else because of this dream that I had. And now, luckily, I've been able to become a professional actor. I've been on top shows such as Billions and, you know, on HBO and Homeland on Showtime and The Blacklist and Happy and The Last OG on TBS, and, you know, been able to work in, you know, on independent films and meet some really cool people and just, you know, be able to go after my dream and live my dream and be able to have this full life as well. So that's what I wanted to make this video about again, is just to reiterate, you know, why I wanted to make this channel in the first place and be able to help out and give ideas to people that were in the same kind of scenario. So again, please like this video below. If you think it's great content, be able to share it with somebody you think it might help out. And definitely subscribe if you have not done so below. Hit that notification bell so you will get notifications of every time I put out a video, which is much more consistently now. Follow me on Instagram because I will post there pretty much daily. You'll find other aspects of my life as well. And other than that, please, if you don't do anything else, leave a comment below. I want to know what your why is, and I want to be able to help you and think of these ideas out of the box, because I believe you can do anything and become a millionaire while doing what you want. Thank you very much and have a great day.